All right, welcome back, everybody. You know who it is. It's Mickey Greens here for you. And excited to welcome you back. I know it's been a while since I posted, but we have been messing around with a couple different things, playing some different games, trying to get decent at some other stuff so we can put some more stuff on this channel, not just NBA 2K stuff. So that's what we're working on, along with working on our legend. As you saw in our previous video, we got our first 40 last season for season 3, and we're going to be getting our 40 for season 4 here as well. We got less than 2 weeks, but we are at a 26, so ahead of schedule from last time. Reason for this video today, I have been messing around with different builds, trying to get a build that I really like to use when I'm playing my 1v1 and playing, Ante-Up and Club 2K and all that good stuff. I mean, I don't really enjoy playing a lot of 3v3, a lot of 5-on-5. Just the number of people who get so angry about this game is unbelievable. I've never said I'm the best player. I get that, but geez, some people need to relax. I don't know how people get through life like this. Anyway, we are here today because I wanted to show you this build. I've been enjoying the heck out of this build. I've been really getting some people, as they're walking off the court with a loss, telling me how bad I am and how trash I am, which shows that the build obviously must be fantastic. So let's get right into it. The first thing you want to do is, if you haven't already checked out my previous video on the 6-7 build, or the glitch there, you can actually do that glitch. You can go to 2K. Well, actually, you can go right to 2K Mechanic, and he has a build. It's a 6'10" small forward with gold clamps, and that's essentially what I'm using here. He does a build that's a little bit different from what I'm going to show you today. I just have it configured a little bit differently, but that's really what we're working with. Now, there is some really unfortunate news with this build, and we'll get into that. And you may not even care, depending on how you play, but we will get into that as we go along here. So stay tuned for that little tidbit that's pretty important. And we hit the wrong button. Okay, let's try this again with the right button this time. So let's get into this build. We'll go into our slot here. I think we're all the way at the end, which we are. So again, what you're going to want to do is go to 2K Mechanic, find this video. I think it's one of his more recent videos. Just a great channel to watch, to be honest. He does a lot of this crazy build stuff that's really fun to play with because it's a little bit different. So getting into it, obviously I'm small forward, so I'm a Larry Bird build, obviously. But you can see here at 190, 6'10", 7'4" wingspan, you do have to have a slight body shape in order to keep the weight at 190. And the reason why we want the 190 is so that we have our driving dunk going up. If we bring our weight, or we can't even move our body shape until we move our weight up. Still, I think 195 is the next step. There we go. So you can see what was it actually? I'm screwing this up already. At 190, it was actually a little bit of we got an extra speed with ball, got an extra perimeter defense. That's what it is. And I believe that little extra, if I'm not mistaken, 86 gets you gold clamps, and we'll get into that here in a second. So going into it, I'm actually going to back out of here so we can see the actual build that I made. And again, all that good stuff, slight body build. So you can see here, 90 close shot, 89 driving layup. It's going to get me gold fearless finisher on that. So excellent finisher all around. Driving dunk 86. You really only need 85. That'll give you your contact alley-oops. Standing dunk at 90, so we're getting all those as well. Post control at 74. We really don't. I feel like post control is not really something you need to have, even as a. I mean, if you're playing a really big center, yeah, I guess you want post control so that you can get your hooks and your drop step badges and all that stuff. But it's really not totally. I mean, it's not quite as useful as I like it to be. But anyway, 85 mid range. The only reason that's 85 is to get us the 24, 25 badges. 3-point at 80, which, you know, again, I'm a 6'10 with a 7'4 wingspan, and I get an 83-point shot. It's excellent. Again, this is a 1v1 build. You can go in here, obviously, and make this a totally different build, adding some pass accuracy and some free throws if you wanted to take it to the wreck. I'm having a blast with this build on the 1v1 court. I may play some 3v3 with it at some point. I just don't want to listen to the comments, frankly. I don't really care what anyone thinks while I'm playing this game. So, moving on, ball handle 77, speed with ball 72. I mean, at 6'10", obviously, you're not getting that, generally speaking. I mean, I had a build that I went 99 overall with before I learned of these glitches. It was a power forward, and it was, I think it was like a 68 ball handle. No. It was a 6'8 build. I was 75, 68 ball handle, speed with ball. And now I'm at 6'10". I'm better than that. So, or maybe it was that 6'9", 68, 75, 68. Excuse me. Anyway, interior defense, perimeter defense. You see, we got the gold menace. That's what we get. The 86, 85 is going to get you the gold clamps. You can see it as it's changing color there. So getting the 86 will give you the gold clamps. I'm excellent at stealing the ball. I'm a gold rim protector. I'm a silver rebound chaser. Now, obviously, at 6'10", you could bump these up to be, if I wanted to, I could have been a Hall of Fame blocker. Got my Hall of Fame rim protector, excuse me. But I like being able to shoot. I don't like being under an 80, because once you drop under an 80, where was it? Excuse me. It was something at 80, I thought. But no, 77 gets you gold silver catch and shoot, which doesn't really matter for 1v1. But I don't know, something about it. I want to be over an 80. I was playing with a 77 for a little while. He was a decent shooter, but I don't know. I just like being an 80. Anyway. So yeah, and then you look at your speed, 78, 76, we got 80 vertical, we got 92 on the stamina. And again, you can go in here and you can make this. I did make this a totally different player at one point, and then I started messing around with all of my badges, and you can see here, when it comes to badge points, going across, we're at 57 plus 12, 69. So we get 99 badges starting out with this guy. I ended up, since I've done gotten to my first 40, level 39, I got an extra 3 badge points on top of the 4 you get for the NCAA title. So I end up with 106 badge points, and I'll get at least one more once I get to level 39 this season. So I assume the 3 badge points were because I got a badge point for every season previous. But anyway, that is the build. Let me just show you real quick how I have it set up with the additional badge points. Again, just having a lot of fun with this build. If I can play some pretty serious players and do pretty well against them. Like I said, I'm not the best player. I never claimed to be the best player, and I'm fine with that. And so, it is what it is. But, I win over 62% of my games. You can see here, 779. And that's including any games I play with a 3v3 player. But you can see my attributes here. I went with basically what we just went over there. Going into my badge layout, though, You can see at the top I got 34 finishing, 28 shooting. I still went with the 12 playmaking, which ends up working out because it's really not a whole lot. I could have probably used maybe 2 more badges. But when I play 1v1, I'm playing some City Slam right now, that's why it's on the 3v3. But when I play 1v1, obviously I don't need glue hands. Wouldn't mind, and I don't need downhill. Wouldn't mind some triple juke threat. I only put handles for days on bronze, just so that I can do some dribble moves, that's all. But you can see I'm on Silver Space Creator. I may actually change that up, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean, it is a really fun build. I highly recommend it. You know, having 106 badges for a 6'10 guy who could shoot, who could finish, who could play defense. Just a lot of fun to play. If you have any questions, obviously, leave them in the comments. But again, I'm enjoying the heck out of this badge. I've already had somebody ask me to send him this build because he enjoyed it, even though he was schooling me as a big with this post hook shot that I still don't understand how went in every single time. But that is another story for another day. But anyway, you know who it is. This is Mickey Greens. We are still going to be trucking for that second level 40. Like I said, we're at 26 right now. We got our first star. Okay, so this is me probably interrupting my video because I completely forgot to add in the unfortunate piece of this build. So you saw we're at 6'10. All right, we got a 90. Well, 91 standing dunk because I'm wearing a sleeve. But here is where it gets unfortunate. We go into our dunk package, our poo dunk package, and we go to our standing dunks. Excuse me, our contact dunks. Where were we? And that is what is really kind of annoying, is the fact because it's a glitch. Obviously, I'm getting badges and attributes that I shouldn't be getting, even badges, because clamps you need to be 6'9" or below to get clamps, but we're getting it on this 6'10 build, but because of that we end up getting screwed out of our contact dunks, which we'd obviously qualify for. So if you don't do contact dunks, if you don't play that way, I mean, not a big deal. I was kind of bummed that it didn't happen. Not that it's really mattered a ton, just the way everything's played out so far in my gameplay. But that is really kind of a bummer that there are no contact dunks. But I definitely wanted to add this little clip in, insert this. Hopefully it doesn't screw up the video too much, but because that was what the unfortunate part about this. Everything else is fantastic. So that is going to be the video here. We're going to take over the ending because we completely forgot to add that in. So hope you enjoyed it. And this is Mickey Greens, and we will see you on the next one.